Welcome in, guys. I'm Noah Castor. To my right, we have Brandon Hudson. Across the table with my man Darren Kinslow, and we are the Benchwarmers. Just like to send another congratulations to my man Noah Lampson, hosts a podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. Here's the thing. Go check him out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll probably be doing another giveaway in the near future. Let's get right into it with the Dolphins offseason report. Obviously, their biggest acquisition, Josh Rosen. What do you guys think that does to help shape this team that they finally got potentially their quarterback of the future?
Yeah, I definitely think it helps a lot since Tannenhill definitely didn't play as well as I think he should have. And then getting Brian Flores, too, from the Pats, that'll help a lot, especially with the defense, because their defense, roster-wise, isn't too bad. And in the draft, they addressed that, too. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, losing Cameron Wake's a big thing, but again, picking up Christian Wilkins in the first round is another really good acquisition. Brandon, do you have anything to say for the Dolphins offseason?
Not really much in the offseason. No, I'm going to wait till what the team needs and everything else, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, so their draft was all right. They didn't have a lot of picks. They had their first rounder, and then they didn't have another one until the third. And then
they traded their second round. They traded down, which
I
think was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the biggest thing we're going to talk about is Josh Rosen. Obviously, giving up, what was it? They gave up a second rounder to get him. So, I mean, you give up a second rounder to get the 10th pick in the draft from last year in Josh Rosen. So, I really like Josh Rosen. I think if he was in this draft class, which he basically was because we knew the Cardinals were getting rid of him, if he was in this draft class, I think he goes before Dwayne Haskins and Daniel Jones. Idiots. No, but I think he's the second quarterback off the board behind Kyler Murray, so I think it was a really good pick for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that, but for what they gave for him.
Oh, my goodness. Gotta wonder what the Cardinals are doing, but yeah, definitely a really good move by the Dolphins. Like you said, their roster on defense is actually pretty decent. Like, it's not great. Obviously, it's not the Bears, it's not the Ravens, but it's good enough to keep their offense in it. It just depends on what the offense is going to do, and
Flores was great for the Patriots defense, too,
Yeah.
so him coming over is going to help out a lot.
I'm just always weary of coaches from the Patriots organization. I'm always weary about that. I didn't think that Matt Patricia, or is it Pat or Matt Patricia, to the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, the Lions was a good pickup. I don't think he's going to do much there, but the Lions are a train wreck anyways. But I think if the one person coming out of the Patriots organization, I think I trust Brian Flores the most. So I think he'll help shape that defense. They just need more offensive weapons. And I think that's what it comes down to.
Kenny Stills, and they got Ryan Fitzpatrick as their backup.
Woo! Fitz magic, baby. Let's go. Looking a little bit chubby in the training camp. Did you guys see those pictures?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
They have Albert Wilson.
Woo!
They still have Kenyon Drake, who I think is a pretty good running back. And
He just didn't get enough touches last year under Adam Gase. So, what was I going to say? I was going to ask you guys something. Oh, yeah. So who do you think they should start week one? You think it should be Rosen, or maybe try and give Rosen some time to develop behind Fitzpatrick? I don't know what you guys think.
The idea of that Fitzpatrick starting is not a bad one because we've seen what Ryan Fitzpatrick can be capable of, but I do think Josh Rosen is their future quarterback. Yeah. I don't think Fitzpatrick's their future quarterback in any way. But having him on the roster, I mean, if Rosen somehow does horrible, then they still have a backup plan. Or if they go with Fitzpatrick, they have a backup plan with Rosen. So who they start, I'm going to just go with Josh Rosen just because I think they gave up their second-round pick for him. I think that's the guy that they wanted. He's going to start week one. So
Definitely. Yep, I agree.
I think that Ryan Fitzpatrick will definitely not start. I think they'll go with Josh Rosen. Only because, I mean, you could put Josh Rosen behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, but it's not like he had a little of a prime. He didn't have as much prime. It's different when you put someone behind Tom Brady and you have him develop under Tom Brady because he had his good moments. He's one of the good quarterbacks in the league.
How much is he going to learn behind?
Yeah, and you won't learn as much running behind Fitzpatrick. It's more just going out and doing what you got to do, and that's what it basically comes down to. I think this team definitely needs a receiver core. You have a few good ones, but you need more for Josh Rosen to be able to throw to.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to develop all their stuff around Josh Rosen, so it'd be smart to go with all your wide receivers, your tight ends, try and boost them up.
And they speaking of tight end, they did get Dwayne Allen from the Patriots.
And they drafted Gesicki last year out of Penn State, so he's a good tight end. It just struggled last year, like the whole team struggled last year. So, no, I think if you're Josh Rosen, you see this as a win. I mean, I think the Dolphins have a better roster than the Cardinals. I think it's just a better organization than the Cardinals. And just getting away from that. And I just want to say that Josh Rosen handled that perfectly. Mm-hmm. I mean, he basically got screwed by the Cardinals. They told him that, hey, you're our guy. Then you go and draft Kyler Murray. And the departure video was a real class act move. I like Josh Rosen for that. So I think he's going to do well in this organization. And I think he can be the quarterback of the future for the Dolphins. But with all that said, I don't think they're doing much in their division. What do you guys think?
No, I don't think they're doing much either. No. It's just as long as Belichick and Brady are in the division, they're not going to go very far. But I do think that they do improve. I don't know, though. It's always hard to say because of their division. But I don't know.
I think you can go right ahead. You can go ahead.
I don't know if they beat the Jets with the organization over there becoming something at least.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Le'Veon Bell.
The division is the Dolphins are. I mean, they're just working up, and the Jets and the Bills. They're all working up. They're all improving. So, I think it's a toss-up between those three teams.
I think it's a toss-up between the Dolphins and the Bills, or no, the Dolphins and the Bills will probably have the best. I don't know. I think it's between third and fourth, honestly.
I don't think it's much of a toss-up. I think the Dolphins are the worst in this division. I think the Bills and the Jets just had a really good offseason. I like all of their moves, and the Dolphins were just a little late on getting their quarterback. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Jets and Bills picked up their quarterback in last year's draft, and Sam Darnold and Josh Allen. And I really like them. Not to say I don't like Josh Rosen. He was in the same draft, and I thought he was better than Josh Allen, but I like Josh Rosen, but I just think the Bills roster and the Jets roster and obviously the Patriots roster is not miles ahead, but enough to where they're not going to compete, and I think they do worse than last year. 7-9 with the roster that they had was actually pretty impressive, so I think they do a little bit worse, but they're also... it's hard to explain because I think they do worse, but I think they get better.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I know what you mean.
It's hard to say that, but their division's just getting better. That's the thing. They're getting better, but their division's getting better. So I think they take last place, probably a 6-10 season is what I see for the Dolphins. So I think that's all we have to say on the Dolphins offseason report. Yep. Before this, we got the Falcons offseason report before this. So be sure to check out that video. Subscribe to the channel to stay tuned to all the content. So. It's been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.